The all-important CPI data was released this morning, and it beat handily. 7.5% was the jump in inflation year over year. We expected at 7.3. Core was up 6%. It was expected at 5.9. Even month over month inflation data beat by 0.2%. The NASDAQ was nearly up 0.2%. It falls to down 2%. Coming off those lows right now. As I speak to you, we have the Russell actually slightly positive, the NASDAQ down about 0.6%, the S&P down about 0.25%, and the Dow right at that flat line. And it is much off the lows right now. But we saw yields jump after the CPI number. Prior to the CPI number, we actually had the 2-year at about 134, down 2 basis points from yesterday's settlement. It jumped to 147. 5-year was at 179, jumped to 189. The 10-year briefly got above 2% on the old issue 10-year, 193 before the number, 199 after, and the 30-year 223, 228 after the CPI figure. Now the 2s 30s has flattened by about 8 basis points, the 2s 10s has flattened by about 6 basis points, and 5s 30s has flattened by about 6 basis points as well. So looking over the earnings were actually what was driving stocks higher. This morning we had Disney, Coca-Cola, Micron, Uber, all with very strong earnings. All were up before the open and actually stayed up after the market collapsed in the face of these CPI numbers. The earnings that we got this morning could be part of why stocks are off the low right now. We've also got silver, crude, and copper all higher. The dollar is higher, but it is coming off as highs as I speak to you right now. Now looking ahead, we get Richmond Fed President Thomas Barkin speaking today. It'll be interesting to see if he mentions CPI or not. Tonight, Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey is speaking. This afternoon, we've also got $23 billion in 30-year bonds being auctioned off. In terms of earnings, after the close today, Cloudflare, Expedia, HubSpot, and Zillow, among others. Tomorrow before the open, we get Enbridge, Dominion Energy, Cleveland Cliffs, Under Armour, Goodyear, among 26 other companies. In terms of data tomorrow morning, German January final inflation data will be released. We get UK GDP figures for December and the fourth quarter. And in the US, preliminary Michigan consumer sentiment numbers for February that will include inflation expectations that are all a part of that number. And this is the first bit of February data we're getting.